Hi there, welcome to the Living in Bellevue, Washington channel. My name is Silva. I'm a real estate agent right here in the Bellevue area. Today we are walking around Pine Lake Park in Sammamish, located right off of 228th Avenue. It is directly across the street from Discovery Elementary School, and I'm going to give you a little taste of a day in the life in Sammamish. Sammamish is a fairly wooded neighborhood. We have more and more new construction coming in. We have some older homes here still left over, but a lot of the older homes are being renovated or new construction is being built in their place. Sammamish is a beautiful forested area. We have beautiful evergreen trees here. They're green all year round and make it quite beautiful here. Always green, also a lot of shade. As you can see, I'm standing in the shade right now. Today we're at Pine Lake Park and I wanted to give you a little taste. So when I first moved here, this place was impossible for me to find. I don't know if you can see the roadway behind me. It's a little bit of a tunnel through the forest. And as you can see, the parking lot is also very covered, or surrounded rather, in pine trees. So Pine Lake Park is a great place to visit. It's great for families. Most of the parks in Sammamish and Bellevue, a lot of the parks have covered areas that you can rent or reserve for parties. And a lot of people do choose to do that depending on how large your party is. We have a lot of fun here. So right now at Pine Lake Park, we are in the area where they have the concerts in the park. It's a big field. There's a baseball backdrop here for baseball games, and there's also a couple of soccer goals. So people come here. There's some pickup games. There's some groups that people come and play soccer on the weekends. Not just organized kids sports, but adults also come and play and get rid of some energy. Again, we are fully surrounded by these big, tall, beautiful evergreen trees. The sun is really bright today, so I'm sorry if I'm squinting. And this field is actually the same place where Sammamish has their concerts in the park. July and August, I think, is when all the concerts are held. Thursdays, I believe it is, and you will see people driving up. Parking lot is not quite big enough. People will park over at Discovery Elementary, but people will walk far and wide carrying their chairs or their blankets or their picnics to come to concerts in the park at Pine Lake Park. So pretty cool. Lots of parties get held here. There's a pretty big play area. If you are looking at Sammamish as a possible place for you to live, let's talk about housing. Apartments, condos, houses, newer houses will have smaller lots, usually tighter neighborhoods. We have some phenomenal builders here. Please reach out if you want to know more about any of the local builders or even the national builders, what they're doing in this area. Housing tends to be more in a traditional craftsman style or a little bit more contemporary. Blending in with the area, I would say, is a good way to put it. Like I said, this area is evergreen. While the trees are beautiful, if you need a lot of sunshine or light in your life, be careful about the amount of trees in your yard or around your house because they can make it quite dark. If you like to garden, it will be pretty hard to garden. I don't know if you can see behind me here. There's a bit of a gazebo, but there's no grass under those trees. The soil, I think, is too acidic from the evergreen trees. That's what I hear. And in the shade, there's really no sun coming through. So it makes it difficult. So there's a soccer pitch and basketball hoops. And then over here, next to the picnic area, you're gonna see why I like it here so much. Loads and loads of kids come here in the summer and go swimming in the lake. Sammamish is quite large. I wanna say around 50,000 people population, probably over 60,000 if I'm being honest with myself. But it has that very small town feel. When I first moved here, my kids had their first taste of freedom. They would walk to school, as much of the schools in the area do. If you live within 1 mile of the school, then you are a walker. So in the younger years, it was pretty difficult because my little girls would dance and twirl and skip and hop, and the walk to school took quite a long time, but it got rid of some energy and they enjoyed it. As they got older, they were able to walk themselves, and I think it was good for them to start their day with a little fresh air and a little bit of exercise. But Sammamish is pretty pedestrian. It's set up. 228th is the main drag that goes through town, and it allows people to walk everywhere. And again, not just kids, but adults. You'll see people walking for exercise, walking because they're socializing, walking to go places. The few times that we've had snow, it was pretty convenient to be able to walk to the grocery store instead of get into your car and drive. So It looks like there's a couple events going on, some people picnicking. There have been many times that we have shown houses in the area, especially for myself with people who have families with children, after showing houses and the kids being tortured, going from house to house to house and behaving so well. We oftentimes stop at the park afterwards so the parents can sit down and have a conversation and the children can play. So this has been a great selling point for this area. People can start picturing what life will be like in Sammamish if they decide to move here. In the summertime, I believe they sometimes have a lifeguard on duty. Now today is not really so warm, 65 degrees. And we are about to get down to the lake. Pine Lake is a small lake. I don't know how deep it is, but it does get pretty deep. People go fishing here. A lot of the boys fish here in the summer. I shouldn't say boys. My girls have fished too. They can fish here. There are no motorboats allowed on the lake. Some people have electric motors on the lake and will come over to Pine Lake to see the concerts, or rather hear the concerts that are going on in the park. But I want to give you a view. There's been a lot of building up around the lake. There are still some older cottages, but because the lake doesn't have any motorboats on it, we don't have any of that gas and oil in the water, which is nice. One of the fun things to do is the boys, when they fish, if they catch things that are not worth keeping or they come in dead or whatever, little sunfish, the eagles will come by and pick them up, which is pretty cool. So I don't know if you can see behind me, 65 degrees and people are swimming. It's a beautiful day here in Sammamish. There's a nice pier. In the summer months when the kids are off of school, you will see this pier is loaded with kids. High schoolers, middle schoolers, elementary school, lots of families enjoying it. As far as I know, there's only one person who owns a helicopter on the lake. I'm trying to give you a good view of this whole lake. It's not very big. People swim across it, people kayak, fishing, paddleboarding with your dog in tow. There's a kayaker over there. I don't know if you can see him. There are ducks here. No turtles. We don't ever see turtles. But it's a great place. It's a great place to come, hang out, just relax. Get lucky, see some birds, watch some fishermen, and it's Pine Lake, lake life. And that's how we like it. So if you are thinking about moving out here, if you want a lake property, let us know. If you want to be close to the lake but don't want to be on the lake, give us a call. My phone number is connected. You can text me, you can email me. My calendar link is down below. If you want to get in touch, please reach out. Me and my team, we're here to help you. Give us a call.